Hey there, everyone. Do you know what's hidden behind this mysterious old stone dial? Well, this is the famous Prague astronomical clock, also known as the Prague horloge. And today we're going to uncover its secrets together. The Prague astronomical clock is one of Europe's most enchanting medieval engineering marvels, installed in 1410 on the Old Town Hall. It's not just a clock, it's a celestial theater of time, mythology and science all rolled into one. Let's start with the basics. This here is an astronomical clock, which means it doesn't just tell the time of day, but also the month, the position of the sun and moon in the sky, the phases of the moon, and even some zodiac constellations. But don't worry, we won't ask you to read it like a fortune teller's crystal ball. What makes the horloge truly special is that it's a medieval marvel, created over 600 years ago. It's now the third oldest astronomical clock in the world still operating. That's right, these gears have been turning since the early 15th century, making it a living piece of history. But enough about age. Let's talk about looks. Perched atop the Old Town Hall's tower, the horloge is not just functional, it's a feast for the eyes. So let's take a closer look at its many parts. First up, the main attraction, the astronomical dial. Imagine a giant clock face turned sideways. Now picture it surrounded by moving pointers and symbols telling you not just the time, but the moon phase and the position of the sun and moon in the sky. Add some intricate carvings and you've got the astronomical dial. It's like a medieval cosmic dashboard. But what's with all those numbers? Well, they tell the time, but in different ways. The big hand points to the hours in Old Bohemian time. The smaller hand shows the hours in Central European time. And if you're a fan of ancient timekeeping, you'll love the innermost ring, which tells the time in Babylonian units of 60 minutes for each of the 12 hours. But that's not all. The outer ring has a 24-hour clock, but with a twist. The blue and red areas rotate around the dial, showing day and night in different colors. Talk about day and night. Now let's turn our attention to the other dials on the clock. The one with the months might seem straightforward, but trust us, there's more here than meets the eye. Yep, it's a calendar dial, showing not just the months, but also beautiful zodiac medallions and charming scenes of Prague's rural life. Finally, let's talk about the hourly show. Every hour, a series of wooden apostles emerge from small doors in the clock's lower part. They emerge every hour between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m., making this one of the most anticipated free shows in Prague. There are 12 apostles in total, representing the 12 months of the year. But the show doesn't end there. As the apostles appear, other figures come to life too. Death, represented by a skeleton, reminds us of our mortality with a ringing bell. Vanity, symbolized by a mirror, shows us our own reflection, while greed, shown as a miser counting his coins, reminds us of material pursuits. Finally, lust, personified by a Turk holding a scimitar, adds a playful touch to this macabre mix. But wait, there's more. The entire mechanism of the astronomical clock consists of hundreds of parts, and the whole thing is driven by a single weight. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance of gears, weights, and wheels. Alright, now let's talk about the legends surrounding the horloge. One story goes that the master clockmaker was so brilliant that the city officials blinded him so he could replicate his masterpiece. Enraged, he cursed the clock, causing it to stop running for decades. Can you imagine such a curse? Another tale says that if the horloge ever stopped working, Prague would meet its end. Talk about adding pressure. So when you find yourself in Prague, make sure to visit the Old Town Hall and watch the mesmerizing hourly show. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. And when the clock chimes, listen closely. You might just hear the echoes of the past. Please like and subscribe to see more.